Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to show you how to make a free contact form in WordPress. Alright, so for this tutorial, we're going to be using Nextr blocks to make it real simple and easy to make a contact form. So, if this tab, Nextr blocks, isn't here, and if you don't have it installed, just make sure to install it. You can add the plugins yourself by searching it, but since we already have it installed, we just want to make sure that we have it activated. Since we have Pro, our Pro is going to be activated, but you shouldn't need Pro for the simple contact form. Let's head over to the Nextr blocks, and let's double check that our blocks are all enabled. Because sometimes if you install it, or if you activate or deactivate it, it might not come pre-activated. So just click on Enable All, click on Save Settings, and click on Done, just to make it sure. And let's go ahead and make a brand new blank page and see how this works. Before we continue any further, let's do some housekeeping. If this right-hand sidebar isn't here, just click on this button called Settings, and this is where all of our settings to toggle and configure will show up. And let's go ahead and name this free. Okay, and now let's add the block itself. So let's head over to our block inserter, and under Nextr blocks, well, we can just go ahead and search for form. And we can either click on this or drag and drop it into our workspace. Let's close this up, just to give ourselves some more room to work with, and we're prompted with two different options. Since this is a contact form, we want to make a simple contact form, let's go ahead and select simple contact form. And as you can see here, we have names, email, messages, and a submit button. Let's take a look at the document overview, the outline, and you can see that the parent block is form, and inside the form, we have a few different fields, and if we select these, you can see we can configure them in different ways. And if we selected the form block, you can see we have general settings for all of these. Now, if we were to click on one of these, let's open the block inserter. If we were to click, let's say outside, we will be shown just ordinary blocks, right? And if we were to click inside, let's say select this form field, it's going to present all of these fields that we can add to our contact form. We'll take a look at some of these in a different video, but just keep in mind if you wanted to add or subtract, this is how you will add these forms. All right, and now let's take a look at how to shift these. So for instance, if we wanted to add the email address on the top, we want to move it, we can just drag and drop it, and it's real simple. Let's have an overview first of how all of these fields work before we continue. So we'll click on form, and you can see that we have typography options here as default, but under layout, we have different styles to choose from. We have action after submit, which is to email, and we can add more, but let's take a look at this real quick. So we can select where we want our email to be sent, the subject of the email, the heading, and the data that we want to add to the message, the response that we're going to get, so on and so forth. But if you wanted, you can click on this, and there are a few other options here. So some things that you may be familiar with is MailChimp, MailerLite, Webhook, Slack, Discord, and once the fields are input and it is submitted, you'll have, let's say for Discord over here, it's going to give us this drop down, and we're going to have to put a webhook URL and a username, and that's where this message is going to be sent. And we can customize our success message, like thanks for submitting a response. We have an extra option, which is to add a form ID, and advanced settings, HTML anchor, this is common. Style, again, typography, text color, background color, border radius, button colors, and success message, typography, and colors. So that's how you change the appearance of it. And advanced settings, HTML anchor, additional CSS classes, that's just the same as everything else. And we have advanced settings over here, such as global block styles, if you want to add that, spacing, background, border, some animations, and some responsive settings. Now, once you add the form, right, you can go up to the parent block and choose a layout. And that's real simple. That's real nice if you want a simple contact form. But what if you wanted to add some style to it? Now we can go ahead and enter our cross-domain copy-paste to get some templates and styles to make our form look real good. Now, we'll head over to the WordPress form builder page on Nexter, and we'll put a link to this in the description to make it easier for you to navigate. But once you scroll down, let's go ahead and click on Live Demos. And let's say we just want a simple Contact Us form. We'll click on this, and it's going to take us over to this area here, which is just a bunch of different styles and designs. And you can see we have some layouts here and we have some fields. Let's go ahead and click on Copy. Okay, and you have to make sure that it's open in the same window, of course. And let's head over to our contact form site page. And let's go ahead and click on this paste button. It's going to load up in, and there you go. So now let's go ahead and delete this. All right. And now we have this template that gives us a heading where we can change this. We can change this list with custom icons and stuff like that. And we can put our contact information here if as an option if we didn't want them to submit a contact form. And we have our form over here, which we can also change the layout of just the same. And this is just an easy way for us to have like a section that we can reuse in different parts of our site. All right, so let's go ahead and get in the meat of bones of this, which is to actually customize the form. So for this, we can put a label. Your full name, right? And then your name, right? And then we can put some help text here, which is going to be, please enter your full legal name as an example. And we can make it required, and we can change the error message. We can require additional validation. We can have autofill. That makes it real easy for other forms, but since it's a simple contact form, we don't need that. And for our layout, we can add icons, or we can upload our own icons. We can click on this, and we can add like this or this as an example. And we can also change what the icon color is. All right, and we can change the width of the field, make it smaller, make it bigger. I'll just keep it on 100%. And we have some advanced settings here, which are, to hide it, spacing, background, border, all that kind of stuff. So now you've seen we've edited our label, placeholder, and all of these. If we went back to our form over here, form, the parent block, we can change up our style. So for typography, we can go ahead and change which font we're using. So Times New Roman, and you'll see it changes. We can change the color of the text itself. Right, for instance, if we wanted it to be black, we can do that. For the description text, we can change the typography. We can make it smaller. We can change the color to be red, just so it's a bit more visible. And all of these will also have their own typography settings. So for email, again, if we wanted the content to be required, let's do that. Right? How else are we going to contact them again? And let's change the let us know what you think. And here we have our checkbox, right? We can have privacy policy stuff here. We can add a different option, like do you want to contact us? But for instance, we can go ahead and just remove this altogether because it's just that customizable. And then for this, right, and we can change our layout here. We can change how wide it is, change if it's an inline button or not. Right, we can center this. We can add an icon. And let's go ahead and make it inline with here, no problem. And again, if we wanted to change the color of this, we can go ahead and select our parent block and close this. And for the button, you can go ahead and change it to a completely different color, say blue, right? And then when we hover over it, where is it? over here, color, it's going to be a background color white. Let's go ahead and make it red. And then our color in general is going to be, let's see, black. Okay, there we go. And now we have our, oops, not inner container here, our parent block, our form. We want our action to be not database entry, but email, just as an example. And we're going to go ahead and enter our email over here, and we'll add a subject, which is simple contact form response. Okay, and then we can add which URL we found this at, and that'll be fine. All right, then we can add success messages, you can change it, and so on, what we discussed earlier. And you can go ahead and customize this, but we'll just leave it black. Let's go ahead and click on Publish, and answer and submit the form, and see how it works. All right, so we're finally here on our live site. This is the page that we created just for this form and the template that's associated with it. Let's go ahead and fill it out and see how this works. So let's put our name, and let's put okay, and right, and then let's go ahead and click on Submit Response. You can see all of our customizations are working, and you'll see that we have a success message here, and it's going to clear out the form automatically. We're here on our email inbox, and sometimes it gets redirected to spam, so you'll just have to whitelist WordPress, and you'll see this is how we get our new form submission. See, we have the name, we have the message, and the page URL since we selected that. So that's how you make a simple Contact Us form for free in WordPress using Nexter. Hey, if you want to know where to get the blocks that we used in this video to make forms real simple, real easy, check out the link in the description. It'll take you to the website of Nexter where you can get the Nexter blocks yourself. Now, if you check out the pricing, they have 3 different levels: starter, professional, and studio. We recommend getting the studio one because it's a one-time payment. It's lifetime. You get all the blocks. So you don't have to worry about not having the right blocks to get what you need done. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out one of our other videos, or go ahead and check out our channel and subscribe to see more content like this.